We'll see what they've got to do. So we're on Infernal Shrines. John Cena is the first pick. We're likely to see either Kerrigan, Sylvanas or Malfurion picked up. Depends what TipTop likes the least to play against. It's worthy to note, by the way, that Samuro is not allowed yet. And he won't be allowed in the playoffs either. TipTop is the third seed, I believe. Let me verify. Yeah, TipTop is the third seed, John Cena is the fourth team, so TipTop is the favorite team right now. TipTop bans Malfurion. Now, it's quite likely we're gonna see Kerrigan picked up by John Cena's, and they do pick up the Kerrigan. Very strong, shrine clear. Great mobility around the shrines with the Q build, high self-sustain. This is Infernal Shrines, so John Cena's might have their best shot on this map. Is this their namesake? Now, TipTop has a lot of flexibility right now. How they want to approach the map. Sonya, a unique first pick, has really fallen out of the meta after really small damage nerfs, which kind of made her like... Her win rate dropped a bit on hot stocks, people stopped picking her up in Hero League. She's not really played in competitive anymore either. She is strong on this map though, because of the sustain on the shrines with Whirlwind, good shrine clear. Doesn't have mana, so she can stay there for ages. And ETC also seems like an early ETC pickup, but it might just be a denial pick to prevent the Kerrigan combo. Okay, but they don't actually pick up the ETC, they go kill us, not really the strongest mates right now. We would usually see, they might want to punish like a heavy melee playstyle with the KT though. And he still does bring the nice stun, and John Cena does pick up ETC probably. Very good setup for the Kerrigan combos, makes it way easier to land them. Gives you a global if you go for stage dive, though this map has a lot of tight corridors where people tend to like get trapped and then get mosh pitted to death. And I would like to see a Brightwing pick up now on the side of John Cena. Secure a strong healer for themselves, and they could ban out the Ariel, but they pick up the Vala. It's an okay sustained damage dealer, very difficult to play and actually get good value out of, pretty hard to position well. It is really squishy, so I'm a bit surprised to see the pickup. Like, if you go for a range sustain now in the draft, I would have preferred to see maybe a Lunara. TipTop bans the Tyrael. Quite common to see a double tank comp with Kerrigan just to empower her further. I expect John Cena's to ban Brightwing, but in that case TipTop would just counter pick Uther. Like right now John Cena's either wants Brightwing or wants Uther. Uther synergizes more, Brightwing with a counter pick. And I'm getting a whisper from McDino, so I'm expecting...
Audio issues.
No, it's not audio issues. McDino's remembering me. Feel free to advertise the shirt collection, which is right. We have opened up a sort of shop. So if you want a lovely shirt with... I think we have Caster, Feeder, especially for Frog. Frog really wanted the Feeder shirt, so we made it happen. There's Tank. There's Support. I think there's one for every role. So if you want a t-shirt or a mug, you can order mugs as well. Go check out the shop, the link will be on our Twitch profile under the stream. John Cena's opts to remove the Ariel, which means they get either Uther or Brightwing right now, which is fine. I expect TipTop. For TipTop it really depends, like do we want to give them the Uther, or do we want to try and counter the Kerrigan with the Brightwing? Seems they're opting to counter the Kerrigan with the Brightwing. They still need a main tank, and they still need a range sustain. would not be surprised to see a Muradin right now and just leave their last pick open to be quite flexible. I see McDino did like it. It's nice. Oh yeah, and he's also reminding me right now, you can now buy emotes both for Better Twitch TV and for the Discord. So just check out the Reflo site and you can like submit a emoticon for use on our Discord server or on Better Twitch TV. It's quite pricey, so make sure to save up those points. We did see the Muradin get picked up, which means TipTop is quite flexible right now for their last pick. On the side of John Cenas, we're likely to see Uber. And then they'll probably want to take a... Okay, they're opting to take Zool. Okay, they're really relying on the Kerrigan now to just quickly secure a kill. Because if the Kerrigan doesn't secure one, no one is going to secure one, and they go with the Rhaegar, which is really surprising to me. Rhaegar right now is pretty much like the weakest healer in the game. He does offer some extra shrine clear with his lightning shield, but I don't think it's the right choice here. Just enabling either the ETC with Mosh Pit or the Kerrigan for is like jumping in with D-shield to generate shields. Seems much stronger, but they might just not have a confident Uther player because he is one of the more difficult supports. TipTop takes Falstad, which makes sense because they have to deal with Zool somehow, and they have 2 globals to do so now to just make sure they maintain the soak and don't get too far behind in the early game. So we will be moving over to the game screen. There is a lobby up already. It would seem my audio is not on the right device. Let me change that quickly.
Technical SCBs again.
There we go. Aperture is already in. No. Okay, for their guest is also in the stream. That's nice. No. Wait. Are you in the stream? In the game?
No, I haven't gotten an invite.
Okay, then we will have to restart because the teams didn't ask for permission to start yet and we don't have Aperture in right now.
Always forgotten. Is this because I don't have my Protoss voice anymore?
Maybe you still have your Protoss voice, we'll never know. I hope they make me a referee, otherwise I'll just have to tell them.
Production value.
Yeah, this time it wasn't even our fault.
Nope.
And it's not even 3-3 either. Yeah, remember kids, if you're playing, always ask for the caster's permission before you start your game. Because there are moments where you just have to wait for a bit and just make sure everyone is in. Didn't happen this time, so they're gonna have to like sit through a nice loading screen and hope we don't have a big potato here holding us up. Meanwhile, I would like to point out that John Cenas are really on point with the portrait synergy. Not only did they reach the quintuple similar portrait, it's also related to their team name, so 10 caster points from me.
I don't think you can give caster points to yourself.
No, from me, not for me.
Oh, from you. Oh, okay.
No, casters can't really receive caster points, sadly. Let's see, can I pass this? I can't pass this thing, can I? Let's just see if the teams are noticing that I'm trying to stop them. Hello. Please, team. Okay. Can they should? Oh, apparently they can't see our chat because we aren't referees. Can I whisper disco?
So, okay, they forgot me and we're not referees anyway. Oh wait, are you typing an observer's chat?
Yeah. I think, yeah, yeah, Cavalier Guest is a... Okay, Cavalier does seem to be... Okay, sorry stream, they didn't make me referee, and Aperture is in the game.
Well, I mean, I got a lovely loading screen here.
That explains why they couldn't see me. I can't type in all chat. Mistakes have been made. So we're just gonna quit opsing. Remember kids, always ask the casters for permission.
They forgot me.
Aperture is a person too.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just... Get Aperture in there.
Okay, so I'm on team 1 now.
Yeah, you'll be playing for TipTop. They needed a new main tank, it seems. Okay, we're all referees, so it's starting well now. There's hope. Nemo is commenting on production value. This time it's not me for once. Yeah. Please don't forget me. Yeah, Don3 is now pointing out the difference between observer and referee. Apparently, ops can't pause the game nor type in all chat. Well, referee can. So, just a minor hiccup, not the biggest of deals. Also, after this series, there will be a second one, which will conclude the round 1 of the playoffs, and that will be Narcissist Seals versus Chaos and Complete Control, which is the top team versus the bottom team. So I'm really hoping for some nice upsets, some good murky play, and whoever wins that match is gonna face us, so they better be ready. The worst part is, like, referees, it doesn't matter if as an ops I click ready, it seems. Okay, so skin game, Brady on point, Falstad is the only one with a base skin on my screen. You have a Super Sonya, Master KT, Monarch, Right Wing, Magnite Muradin. So pretty decent on the side of TipTop there. Let me hide the FPS counter. Okay, once again, they even got a chance to fix it, but they didn't manage to get their portraits to line up, which is a bit disappointing. Maybe next game they'll fix it. Next match will be on Towers of Doom, and then if it's 1-1 we'll be playing Warhead Junction, I believe, yeah. Yeah, and Agents are also playing their losers round 1, I believe against Clowns Onebine, if I remember correctly. But we did load into the game, so I'll be introducing TipTop on the left hand side. It's Haft on the Falstad, Elumi on the Sonya, McBrissinger on the Kiltas, a name I can't read because KT is blocking him, Halloumi on the right wing, and Doomit on the Murden. If you'd be so kind to introduce John Cenas on the right hand side.
For the right hand side we have, oh dear, here come the names. Disco Datsyuk on Kerrigan, Goat Vomit on Zul, Janza on Valor, Grimhelm 88 on Rhaegar, and KP Juni on ETC. Hope I got that right.
Talents so far seem pretty standard. ETC went into proc rock to help out the Rhaegar with healing a bit. We usually see the block party, but damage isn't completely audio attack.
Sonya getting a lot of stuns put onto her, but she does just whirlwind to safety, I believe. Looks like it's just going to be a very standard skirmish.
The one weird pickup we do see is Perfect Storm for the Muradin. You would usually see Third Wind or block here. I personally really like Third Wind. Perfect Storm gives you a bit more sustain in terms of mana on the shrines though. So they might just think like, okay, our right wing out sustains them anyway. Meanwhile, TipTop a bit faster on the rotation. Matchup top seems pretty equal. Falstad has a bit of a win until at least level 7 when Vala gets the increased multi-shot damage.
Oh, KT getting stunned inside. Yep, he's just going to get blown up by Kerrigan. Muradin was a little too far forward.
Nice pick up by
right wing. Yeah, stunned, rooted. Is she going to fall? She might just get away actually. Yeah, the turrets keep her alive and Muradin jumps to safety. It's like she's just going to half back, probably phase shift back in.
Yeah, the damage on the side of John Cena's is very low. Kerrigan has to secure the kill. And if Vala isn't there, then like they can all like whack their sticks, but it's not gonna do much. You do see like a really slight XP lead right now for John Cena's. I wonder how long Falstad is gonna stay there in the top lane, and if Brightwing is gonna like soak one lane or just stay on the shrine. They do it with double global, but they also are gonna have to deal with the Zul.
Oh, Brightwing, I think she walked into the bush there. ATC just stuns her, and she gets tossed around by Kerrigan. Ends up falling. Not a good point in time either.
Yeah, TipTop rotated everyone to the shrine now. Which means Zul should have a pretty easy time just clearing all the ways and getting an XP lead. Level 4 has been hit for John Cena's. Pretty standard talents all around. Spirit Walker's Grace means we're likely to see the level 13 Q talent as well. The cooldown reduction. Speed metal a bit weird for the ETC. You would usually see loudspeakers there. The movement speed increase is not really that significant.
Maybe it's just for safety since they do have a lot of suns on the TipTop side. Oh, KT just getting completely nuked down there on the side. Muradin could potentially fall if he gets hit by a stun. Looks like he's going to dwarf toss out. Sonya doing a lot of damage actually. Kerrigan not realizing how low she was, I don't think, ends up falling. And Zul also really low, ends up getting seismic slammed. Also falls. I'm not sure Sonya will be able to get out of this. Oh no, she has whirlwind again as well. It's like she's going to get out fairly unscathed.
And John Cena's not making use of their Zul pick right now. He doesn't do that much in teamfights except like set up the Bone Prison, and I would have liked to just see him rotate the lanes because just clearing out ammo, pressuring towers is going to do more than the first John Cena. We see the Punisher being packed up right now on the side of TipTop. And let's see how John Cena's are going to deal with this.
Oh, Val a little bit overextended there, gets jumped by the actual John Cena. She does that vault, just gets out of there.
Yeah, Zul is rotating lanes now, try and make up for the small XP loss. Front gate already down, it's pretty decent damage for the first Immortal. Vala takes the full Flame Strike, but I don't think they're gonna fall anytime soon. Rhaegar keeping his team alive with the low on mana. KT doing a pretty decent job stacking up his confection so far. Already roughly quarter through.
Looks like a 4, yeah.
Yeah, this is actually a 4th for the first Punisher is very good. You don't really expect more than a front wall usually. But most of their safe Immortal burn is on the side of Vala, and Vala has a difficult time being able to position safely with the KT stun, the poke from the Falstad, and like all the ways of catching up that TipTop has. We do see that Briving did indeed go into the face shield build, probably to enable the Sonya to just like dive in deep. Which means they won't have cleanse available for either Bone Prison or the Kerrigan combo. Which might mean John Cena's going to be able to pick up like some easy kills.
Oh, Zul not forward actually does get hit by a lot of damage. Kerrigan jumping in on Brightwing looks like she's going to try and back out, but without the fort here to protect them, they're all falling really low. Kerrigan does actually get cleansed, but ends up falling to KT. As well as that, oh my gosh, wow, this is 3 for 0 at the minute. BTC managed to get away. It's like, yeah, he's gonna power side.
Great play by TipTops, and this is a great case of don't contest the siege camp when you know you don't have the like superior team fight. With carrying, you just want to get picks, you don't want to like straight engage in on them. It doesn't really matter if they get the camp because you're already there, so you just clear it. We do see the next Punisher is gonna be spawning in mid. And there's a significant lead in XP right now for TipTop. They were going to be able to pick up their level 10 very easily. So John Cena's can't contest this. They should just try and let Zul rotate mid-bot. Maybe put some pressure on one of the forts. I don't want to see them move in here because that's guaranteed just them dying.
Kerrigan does try to go on faster, but he just uses his barrel roll. Well, he actually does get hit by a stun. I think this route might end up getting him. It does indeed.
Nice combo by the Kerrigan, but she's very deep right now.
I think they're all just trying to secure another kill, maybe on KT. Okay, oh wow, Kerrigan just gets completely bursted there. Yeah. Looks like there's going to be a load of counter kills. Rhaegar also falling. Zul is taking a lot of damage as well. I think he might just be able to get out of there. Yeah, even though he's slow, he'll just get out. ETC does get stunned and also falls. Wow, that was not good.
The Emerald win from the Brightwing just separated the entire team. ETC was way overextended next to the gate. And the Kerrigan got pushed into the Sonya, who hit like a really easy spear. So, looked like a decent engage on the Falstad, but then they got overconfident and messed up. Level 10s for TipTop, by the way, all pretty standard. Don't think there's any surprises there. We will see them pretty soon for John Cena's. They're starting to do their hard cam right now to make sure that TipTop has something to deal with after they get the Punisher, but they kept it so early that TipTop can just like move one person away now. Don't even. Oh, they did cap the shrine, but it's gonna be very easy for them to just deal with this. Falstad can always like fly in. Well, I forgot to play the John Cena sound this time, sorry stream.
I was just about to question whether you're gonna do that or not.
It did go out the first time.
Oh, okay.
I hope. I did play it. Punisher walking up to the keep gate. Top camp's actually just going 1-for-1 in the top lane. Punisher jumps in.
Venus has gone down. I think I just saw a Rain of Vengeance go. I'm not sure if it hit anyone though. Zul actually really low. If he gets hit by a stun, he's probably going to fall. No, he stays back and just gets healed by Rhaegar. I'm not sure if they're going to look for an engage here. I think he's looking for a mosh.
They are on equal talents right now, and pretty close to their base.
They're going to jump. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
ETC just got nuked down, and oh, the living bomb takes out Zul and Kerrigan at the exact same time.
He split off from his team and dove into the backline, catching one damage dealer, but there were still two others there. Brightwing could get like the easy poly. No follow up, like really risky mosh pit, didn't accomplish anything, and this is giving them a free keep. And solidifying the lead even more, picking up level 13 right now. Don't think they're gonna try to end right now, but they are in a really dominant position.
They get a few more picks, they could potentially end. But it looks like they're just going to back off.
TipTop's camp actually won against the camp of John Cena, so they're also pressuring top fort right now. And TipTop are just gonna like take all the camps, keep the vision going on the map, clear out the waves, just solidify the leads, make sure they don't fall behind on anything. And that should be like another guaranteed Punisher on the next shrine as well. Yeah, talent's pretty standard on the side of TipTop. Healing static is one of the biggest power spikes Muradin can get. He basically becomes like an unkillable god in most fights. Yeah, that's all pretty standard. Cam's pushing in now in 2 of the lanes while the Punishers spawn the top, or at least the Shrine. And they're just gonna make sure that the wave is pressuring the fort already, draining some of the ammo, so the Punisher is gonna have an easier time to jump in. John Cena's is now rotating, they're a bit slow, so TipTop is actually realizing like they can't fight us right now. We have a massive advantage in levels, so we're just gonna like pick up this fort easy peasy, and you really can't do much to stop us.
I think they'll just take out the cannon tower and the fountain and leave it. Well, it's just put them at a put John Cena at a massive disadvantage without their fountain there.
Yeah, and they're gonna have a really easy time clearing the shrine right now. Vala is actually still defending mid because they don't want the catapults pressuring into core.
So it'll be a really risky engage.
What I would like to just see them do right now is realize like, okay, we sorta fucked up, we're a level behind, so let's just like get the bot fort or something, get the mid fort, just pressure the wave, or at least pressure the fort S5. Because standing around there isn't gonna do much for you. You might get some minion XP, but it leaves you open for the engage from TipTop. And you aren't getting any damage done. Punisher now, oh I forgot to play the sound again.
6.5 out of 10.
Maybe I can still do it. There we go.
It's jumping in onto Kerrigan.
Level 16 is hit for TipTop.
Oh, the mosh does go down, but it gets immediately emerald winded. ETC pushed to the wrong side of the gate, ends up falling very quickly.
Yeah,
looks like the Punisher's probably going to move on to...
They're gonna be easy keep, and might even just be game if they get a kill here.
So they're trying to hit on Kerrigan. Oh, the Rhaegar and Zul
Yeah,
both
double
falling
kill.
to the damage. I think Kerrigan's going to fall next to Falstad and Vala.
5-man
This
kill.
looks like game.
Yeah, that's gonna be an easy game for TipTop.
Yeah.
And they'll be going 1-0 into the next map, which will be Towers of Doom. Okay, that was not the right button. Actually, one of the members on the side of John Cena's forgot to pick up their talent there. ETC. We usually... it's a preference talent. I usually go mic check on 13. Yeah, really just dominant team fighting coming out from the side of TipTop. They got picked apart a few times early game by the Kerrigan, but John Cena's didn't manage to like sustain the momentum. Got killed a few times and then we're just on the back foot for the rest of the game. Oh, they already started it. Wow, these teams have absolutely zero patience. Viewers, please remember, ask for permission to start. Always. Like, we're on the ball right now, so it doesn't really matter. It's a bit annoying. TipTop ups to ban the Malfurion, so they don't seem to want to run it. Are we gonna see a Vikings ban come out from John Cena's? And if they don't, are we gonna see a Vikings pick come out from TipTop? If we saw Vikings, I wonder... The Falstad ban just removes one of the counters for Vikings, which should just let alarm bells ring right now for TipTop, like, oh my god, pick up those Vikings. Should be pretty easy. Like, Falstad is one of the few heroes who can just like fly there, murder the Vikings, make sure they at least keep up somewhat in soak through his global. So I'm really curious why they opted to ban him there, and TipTop seems to like the Kerrigan. Bit of a node pickup. Not sure how I feel about that. If John Cena's is moving into Vikings right now, they just pick up like some enormous death ball comp next to it. And then TipTop has to decide how are we gonna approach this. because their Kerrigan probably wouldn't win the death pile, and if they even would, they would get out-soaked. Cenas opts to take the ETC, probably just to counter the combo of Kerrigan ETC. And the Li Ming, a solid pick on this map, good interrupt for the channels. Solid mage in general, but she does need some setup, so we should see at least like some decently bursty engage, so Li Ming can start moving into the fight and get some nice resets. TipTop right now, are they worried about losing like the Muradin? We usually see ETC Muradin in... Yeah, they do pick up the Muradin just to prevent it getting banned out. One of the better heroes together with Kerrigan to just secure those stun chains to go with the Tyrande maybe. It's a very old school style of play where you essentially engage with the Muradin, stun, follow up with the Tyrande Lunar Blaze immediately. Or Lunar Flare I believe it's called, I'm not entirely sure. And then Kerrigan jumps in for the easy kill when the target is marked. Very high aggro, takes quite a bit of skill to pull off. You need to practice with your trio who has to pull off the combo to get the timing right. And TipTop is the better mechanical team, so I wonder how well they'll be able to pull off this combo. And Cenas right now, what would they ban? TipTop still needs their ranged. They have to ban the Keltas. It's okay, they're trying to isolate burst mages, or at least burst damage. But there's still quite a lot on the table for TipTop. They could move into a Jaina or a Chromie. Right now the burst pool is... It gets a lot bigger depending on how skilled you are. Like some heroes like Chromie are really good, but you need to be really good on them as well. TipTop decides to remove the Tyrael. Don't wanna have the Sanct counter their hyper aggression. Because the moment they waste their cooldown, or at least burn their cooldowns, if it gets Sancted, they suddenly lose their team fight for a couple seconds. Which means Cenas would have the option to counter engage. Cenas does have the option for more globals right now to go into Karazim. Very weird, considering Brightwing is still available, and Brightwing is a great counter for the Kerrigan. It's also another global. And it's a decent pairing with Tyrande, if TipTop doesn't move into something like Tessadar. Because Tyrande's solo heals aren't the greatest. I definitely would have preferred Brightwing there. That said, Karazim does have a bit more mobility to try and juke the combos. Their team right now is quite mobile, with the power slide and the teleport, the dashing strike. And they still need their range sustain and their second melee right now. They don't really have a good solo laner yet, so a Zagara pickup wouldn't really surprise me here, or a Thrall. I'd like to see the Zagara because TipTop can still move into the Zag, and they are less likely to move into the Thrall. They take a Sonya. Seems odd, because I don't see Sonya either surviving in the front line or dealing enough damage to really justify the pick right now. And TipTop is saying our death ball right now is so strong, we can just pick up Lost Vikings and roam S4 and stomp them up. So they plan to get ahead really hard early game and Viking soak each lane, and meanwhile the other 4 heroes just roam around, look for picks. Their team fight early game is ridiculously strong with a ton of lockdown, a ton of burst. And Cenas can't respond to it because they have to soak all the lanes where Vikings are to not get behind an XP. And at the same time they can't get counter kills, and they also don't have a way of dealing with Vikings through a global. And they pick Asmodan. Espadon does really well in the late game. Once he gets 16, or at least once he gets 10 already, he pushes out every lane really hard, and at 16 he also spawns a Demon Warrior on his Q if he takes that talent. Which means he suddenly like starts choking out the map just by pushing out every lane every couple of seconds. Which is pretty decent. So we've been moving into the game. Let's see, Aperture is in this time.
He didn't forget.
Skin game again, pretty good. One, I believe this is a base skin Tyrande. Yeah, it is. And then we have a legendary Kerrigan skin, Master Vikings, Winterfield, Jaina. And this is Magni Muradin again, I believe.
Yeah, Magni.
Oh. Wait, okay, I'm gonna start the bet right now for the TipTop John Cenas because I forgot to open it in draft because the teams like instantly started without a confirmation. But I will close this one pretty soon because otherwise you'll just know what's gonna happen. So if you wanna place a bet, make sure to do it quickly. It won't be open for the full 10 minutes this time. And again, Portrait Synergy not on point for TipTop. As Cavalier guest put it last time, Portrait Synergy and Mount Synergy increases your chances to win by 100%. So apparently TipTop feels like they don't really need it. But again, I will be introducing the team on the left hand side. It is TipTop with Haft on the Tyrande, Eldemy on the Muradin, Doombane on the Vikings, McBrissinger on the Jaina and Halloumi on the Kerrigan. If you'd be so kind to introduce John Cenas on the right hand side.
For John Cena's, we have Disco Datsyuk on Sonya, Goat Vomit on Asmodan, Janza on Ming, Brimhelm 88 on Karazim, and KP Juni. Still can't pronounce that name right.
Yeah, and we see full aggression talents being picked up on the side of TipTop. Ranger's Mark, where we would usually see the Owl talent. A solo Tyrande usually goes Owl build just for the cooldown reduction on W hits. And it's also pretty nice on this map just for the increased damage when you start interrupting people on the altars. Kerrigan moving into the standard Husflux high win rate builds because this isn't really a map where you get a lot of resets in the lane or on like an objective. Vikings going Bribe to troll. Asmo picked up Sieging Roth, which is basically the better stacking talent right now. But while John Cenas is just poking in the mid lane, Vikings are already soaking everywhere. And now John Cenas is gonna have to split while the TipTop 4-man roam is just gonna look where they can get a pick, get kills. And the moment that lane goes unsoaked. Ooh, but Eric does actually fall in the mid lane, which means mid is going unsoaked for a bit.
Looks like Kerrigan and Taiwan are gonna move over there.
And we again see Proc being picked up by the way on the side of ETC.
Oh, they're definitely looking to take out Karazim there. They just unleashed the full combo on him to just fuck him down.
Yeah, and this is what's probably gonna happen throughout the game. They confirm the kill so quickly that I don't even have time to really move the camera there. I did see like a blizzard go out as he got killed, but
it was Kerrigan combo followed by Muradin and then just Jaina to finish him off.
And Asmo is having a pretty easy time just farming his Q on the Viking, but it's only one person, so he's still not building up the stacks really quickly.
Oh,
Looks
he
like
didn't check the bush. This is why we send demons first.
Yeah, you definitely want to check like every bush. If you don't see your enemy in a 4-man roam squad, just think like everything on your map is the enemy. Looks like they're equally trading right now, but actually Vikings picked up the top left altar. So that's a 4-shot lead on the side of TipTop right now. Oh, I may have to adjust my earlier statement. Kerrigan not moving into the highest win rate Hot Slugs build. She's actually going full burst with Venom. instead of the damage over time on the E, because it's a blow up comp anyway, so you just want to secure the initial kill. ETC moving into the same build with the speed medal. Still not a fan of this pick. Seems like they rather heavily disengage from the loudspeakers when they get dove on by the gank comp. Viking showing Merklord really strong talent on this map because Merklord empowers the pumpkin sappers, which means they actually deal more damage on explosions. Again,
Sonya also getting fought the same way as everyone else has gone so far.
again,
They really need to be checking these bushes before walking in.
just slightly too late moving the camera. I'd like to ask TipTop to just kill a bit slower. And TipTop is actually stealing the Merc camp right now. And Olaf is in this lane. He's already escorting their own sappers, who are empowered. And the other three are joining out as well. And they have a difficult choice now.
Well, they've just gone straight to bot to try and jump on Karazim ETC. They definitely got ETC.
Karazim also falls. Sonya probably gonna fall as well.
Oh,
Does
gets hit
die.
by the Q from Muradin.
And TipTop just forced the fight there, saying either you try to defend these 6 empowered pumpkin sappers, who are gonna wreck your buildings, and if you try to defend, you'll probably die in the process, or you're just gonna let it happen and lose like a massive part of your structures. They still lost the entirety of front gate and they had 3 deaths. And this is gonna be an easy pickup by the Olaf, while mid is still being soaked by Eric, top being soaked by Baylock. It doesn't seem like Cenas is contesting, and they're getting further and further behind in soak, already a 2-level lead on the side of TipTop. Esmodan by now almost halfway done with his Q quest. And after level 10 we should see Cenas get like some control back over the map, just through like sheer lane pressure, putting Vikings on the back foot. Sonya keep picking up their easy camp. Sappers being picked up again. Where's the death ball going this time? Seems they're expecting a rotation here. No one comes though, so they're just gonna steal the camp.
I do like that decision.
And Cenas is a bit late, see the camp being picked up, so they know like, don't move there, all those bushes are your enemy. And again, 2 empowered pumpkin camps are gonna just wail on this keep. And they're probably gonna get it pretty easily. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, ETC getting just snagged by the Kerrigan, ends up falling into the combo and just falling.
But they got a counter kill on the Eric, so that sort of counts. They don't quite have a full kill yet, it's still at 0 in the top bar. But I believe Vikings should have 0.75 deaths right now, yeah they do. And Sonya gets ganked.
Also getting caught.
Just TipTop is showing you're not safe anywhere on the map. If you are in our vision, if we can click Q on you, we will click Q, and you will die. And they're just like, we're gonna pick up boss easy, we have 10 anyway, they can't contest us.
Yeah, they're all half of the team up as well.
Is ETC actually gonna... No, he's smart enough not to feed. This is 4 easy shots, and it should also be 2 easy altars. They did, in the meanwhile, claim back bot keep though.
ETC and Sonya, I don't think it should have gone so early. It's like they just walked out, and without Lima and Karazim end up getting bursted down by Jaina and Kerrigan.
Esmo not even bothering to interrupt the channel, it seems. Just a bit late. It's 2 deaths and 2 shrines and a boss for TipTop, so they just maximized what they could do in that situation. At level 10 is still a bit off for Cenas. And TipTop just in full control of this match. Again, invading the large camp.
Yeah, again, I was gonna say they're just gonna go for the camp. Looks like they're gonna try and contest this one, maybe? So ETC is... No, he's just going to...
And again, 2 empowered camps pressuring the keep, so that should be another keep falling. And they're managing to sync the timers very well. Every time 2 camps are up, they get 2 camps.
Sonya just avoiding the initial combo, but still ends up falling down to Jaina and Murder damage. Karazim all alone is probably going to fall to both. Oh, and Kerrigan jumps on him. EC getting stunned by Magni's, Magni Muradin's hammer also ends up falling to the damage. I really think they need to change their strategies here. John Cena's, they're not.
It's a very rough position for them right now because they just got severely outdrafted. They let their enemy have the pretty much ultimate death ball comp and a Viking. They can't win a team fight right now. And they don't have a counter for Vikings either. They do have level 10, so we might see Asmodee just start pressuring structures a bit if he plays well. But with the way team fights, they're ending so quickly that his split push isn't gonna get much done either.
See, and Karazim both a little bit too overextended here. So Sonya and Karazim are gonna get caught by the Ring of Frost. It's another 2 kills. TipTop.
TipTop is showing, even though this keep is on your side, it's actually ours, so don't walk there. Eric gonna get the easy cap there.
Oh, Asmodee also getting caught by the combo. Looks like TipTop aren't actually afraid to go into the death zone, but Asmodee just managing to sneak away with.
They are getting 1, 2, 3 shots in from the pumpkin zappers. Which means they only need 2 caps right now. Boss is up in 2 minutes, so that's still a while. Next alter phase should be up soon. And I do believe it's a triple phase, the next one.
Yeah, that does sound right.
I think we had 4, and usually the first and the 5th are supposed to be triple spawns. Which means if they just stay in control of the map for now, they should just be able to enter easily on the next altar spawn. They don't even need to get all 3.
EC seems to dive in looking for an instant marsh. Karazim also getting caught, gets nuked down, but his Divine Palm just saves him. It's probably too slow to get out there. Sonya also exceptionally low, just keeping alive from a health regeneration. Leeman getting caught by the combo just ends up falling just to sheer damage. And Asmodee, I think he's a little bit too far forward, could potentially be caught if Kerrigan goes with the combo on him again. She does, but she misses.
All of that messiness, they still didn't stop any of the pumpkins there, and another 3 shots went into the core. Which means right now they only need a single altar of the triple spawn that's about to come up. And there we go. It's 50 seconds right now for boss. They need to at least kill this keep here, otherwise they are gonna get 5 shots against them. Looks like Sonya is on her way to do that. I'm not sure if she'll even be able to do it in time. She has like a whole of fouls, not the biggest of deals. This does mean there's a full kill now on the side of John Cena's. Kerrigan doesn't hit her combo.
No, but there's only 2 members of John Cena's.
2 Vikings are capping right now, and that's GG for TipTop.
John Cena's comp.
Oh, the Vikings actually
they managed
left.
to capture it. They caught the shrine. There's 1 health left on the core.
Vikings left mid for some reason. Sonya gets the interrupt.
See, and Li Ming both falling. Jaina looks like she might just fall to Karazim. Karazim obviously going to fall to a 1v5. Looks like this ult is going to be taken by Kerrigan.
Yeah, TipTop does close out the game.
Their draft was just shreked by the other team.
Yeah,
there was no counters really.
They banned out one of the counters themselves. They let them have ultimate death ball and still didn't ban Vikings in the second rotation either. And then they just picked up Vikings like, yeah, you don't have a way to deal with us now. And we'll just team fight you all day while we soak hard. And we do actually see Vikings have 24k XP soaked. Which is crazy. Crazy
Only a little bit more than everyone else.
Also 104k siege damage, Asmodee only at 68. Usually you see Asmodee dominate. Vikings win a bit early game, but after Asmodee hits late game, he starts just dominating the charts. But TipTop takes it 2-0. Well played by them. I'll see if they want to have a winner's interview. I haven't done one in quite a while. Yes. Oh, I actually forgot to close out the... Okay, TipTop one there, which means this contest is closed. Our second game starts at I think we actually have another hour left. Aperture sadly won't be joining me for that one, I believe. So
unfortunately, I have other priorities in real life things.
Feels bad, but we can't always stream for you guys. It's actually been a pretty hectic week for most of the casters, so Cavalier Guest is helping us out right now, which is lovely. Okay, details. Just waiting for a reply from TipTop right now. Let me move back to the main screen. Update the score as well. It's 2-0 for TipTop. It's sort of expected. This is a seeded double elimination bracket, which means like the number 1 team goes up against the lowest team, which in this case is the 16th team. And then the second goes up against 15th, third against 14th. This was the third against 14th match. And in the end, probably the higher division teams are gonna win. But we do see upsets from time to time, like Crocodiles versus Balance of Interest, which keep these things quite exciting. And don't forget, they are not out yet. This is only round 1. So there is still the losers bracket, so John Cenas might just climb their way back up. They will be playing Crocodiles in the losers bracket. Round 1, match 4, I believe. Which is likely to be played tomorrow. Sadly I won't be casting because we will actually be playing the winner of the next match. No info yet about a winner's interview. Yeah, Nintel's actually pointed out quite well on Twitch chat. Asmodan has absolutely 0 mobility. And he's really fat. Which means he's super easy to gank. Which was really beneficial for TipTop. Even though I think like, how often did he die? Oh, I closed the stat screen. Don't remember a lot of his stats. Like one was the boost face check. It doesn't even have anything to do with ability. That's just the map awareness coming into play there. They might be ignoring me. Yeah, if we don't have a reply in like 2 minutes, we won't be doing a winner's interview. But don't be sad, because stream will be back up in a bit for the Narcissist Seals versus Chaos and Complete Control match. I'm happy we got to see Vikings today. I think I've only casted towers like once. No, I think no winners interview today, sadly. Or they just might not be checking Discord. If there will be a winners interview, I'll just boot the stream back up. But assuming there's not, I'll close it for now. Have a bit of a break, get some food, get ready for the next stream, and I'll see everyone here in an hour. So thanks for tuning in, and make sure to stick around for the next match.
Everyone.
Yep.